I don't know, there was a movie out a few years ago, I remember seeing that these two guys are trying to break into their house or something like that. I think it was their own home. They couldn't get in and they were locked out. And the one guy goes in his pocket and says, hey, don't worry, I got an app for that. And he takes out his phone and he smashes the window with his phone. But this next interview, I mean, is about apps and what they're doing. And this is an app that will that gets your plants to tell you when they're thirsty, or when they're too hot, or when they're too cold, or if they don't have enough soil. Your plants start talking to you, and it's an app for like $15. That's it. I mean, the technology today, I mean, to me, is just phenomenal. What's going on? And this app, because it's only $15, I mean, you put a little thing into your plant, like me, it's gonna get rid of, every time I have plants, it turns into a graveyard, and so I just go around, every couple of weeks or months and find the brown ones and put more green ones in. And now my plants can talk to me and tell me, hey, pay attention to me, I need something. But another neat thing about this app is kids. See, kids now, when a kid is born, you talk to a 4-year-old or 5-year-old or anyone, they all walk around with tablets and iPhones and everything. So now on a kid's tablet, they can have their plants talking to them. So a kid can learn all about, that vegetables and food and things like this doesn't come always from Safeway. There's other ways to get this stuff, And so it's a great learning tool, and so many things. Or now I think what's very important too is, our water supply, is not infinite like everybody thinks. I mean, you talk to the people out in California or Colorado, man, and we're going to have water wars going on out there. So how much water we use and things like that, that's what this app could regulate for. And I think what's amazing to me is that, just normal people, out of nowhere say, hey, why don't we fix this? And they go out and work on the idea. See, that's what's so neat. You don't need a big Fortune 500 company. You don't need, PhDs and whatever it is, to figure out how to do things anymore. You could get all that information on the internet and use things for free. I mean, they spend hardly any money developing this idea until they started. Somebody's at the door. And it's cool. So watch them and learn how you won't have brown plants anymore. Well, James Canyon, boy, digitalspringnet.com, and you single-handedly are going to take all my plants in the house and get them off of death row, aren't you?
With Daisy.
Right.
She is.
Man, a $15 product, I just put it in the plant, and it tells me when the water, when the sun's shining, what to do, everything, and timing, and God, it's amazing. I don't know how you do it for $15. Plus the technology, you were telling me before we went on the air that, God, I mean, people were charging like, it costs $1,000 to get an instrument like this that you're giving out for $15. Man.
Yeah.
And that's because you're a smart engineer, or you just hate to see your garden burn up?
As an engineer, I majored in fields and waves. And one of the first things you do, one of the elementary things you do is you do time domain reflectometry measurements. And you do it the old-fashioned way with something called a slotted line. And if you look at soil moisture today, people have taken that time domain reflectometry measurements and they use it to measure soil. So what we did was we figured out a way to build an inexpensive transducer to convert, to be able to make that time domain reflectometry measurement very inexpensively, and that's the heart of our patent. We have a patent on it, and that's what's inside our products.
So in other words, the only people that had something like this are people in a big ag business or something like that, that had something like that. So you're giving it to the average person on the street so they can plants longer, save a whole bunch of money, instead of buying new plants all the time.
So today, if you go to the store and for $15, you can buy a resistivity sensor. A resistivity sensor takes 2 wires, sticks it in the ground, and measures resistance between those wires. If you move it, the resistivity goes all over the place. But it's a toy, it's inexpensive, so nobody cares. What we're doing here, our goal here is to provide very high quality sensing for a very good price. And one of the major differences between our product and other products is that our product is self-calibrating. So what we do is before we take a measurement, we actually calibrate the sensor in the soil that you've got, and that just that alone separates us quite.
So you have a professional product that you're able to get down to $15. It sounds like a toy, but it's not, and it's real. But more importantly, it seems like, you know, a family could start teaching their children about the growth of plants or anything else that is important in our life, you know, and so they don't have to, you know, think about vegetables only coming from Safeway.
You know, when I have 3 children, and as I raise my children, you know, there are the children like the tablets today, right? They're all, you see them, they're infants and they're playing with their tablets. Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great to have a game rooted in reality? You know, children of a young age can't tell the difference between imaginary and real. But wouldn't it be great to have a game like the Daisy app, where you could get a plant, you could put the sensor in the plant, and now the plant can talk to you and tell you if it has enough water, if it has enough light, if it's too hot or too cold. And this is something that's tangible, that children can play with, and we think provides lots of value.
Well, but you haven't. I mean, you said what if, but the what if is today, and you're going to be shipping. You're going to be shipping these things in a month or two, so people can have them. You know, and that's what's cool. I mean, the future is here, just for certain people that know about it.
Right. So this is a new category device. It's very simple to operate. It has no on-off switch. You download the app, you stick the thing in the soil, and the device will automatically...
so kids could talk to the plant, or actually the plant's talking to the kids, right?
And the plant's talking to the kids, but at least you get a little bit of feedback. It's
right. Yeah. And Disney is not involved in this at all. Not some cartoon plant. It's a real plant telling it's thirsty. I mean, what a way to learn. I mean, that's what's right.
We believe we're trying to pack a lot of value into a good quality product.
Well, it is. I mean, it's fun, but it's, as you say, based in reality and learn. I mean, I'm a city kid. I don't know about anything. I know plants. We got plants around here, and I just go around every couple of months, get rid of the brown ones and put new green ones in. Yeah. And I won't have to do that anymore. For $15, I suck this thing in, look at my app, and it's screaming for water, and the problem's solved.
But then, you know. One of the key things about our app is we have an internal Wikipedia page. We call it our plant wiki, and our plant wiki. Let's say you decide that you want to grow a vegetable garden, or maybe you want to grow some spices. Some of these spice plants are difficult to grow, and so you say you want to grow cilantro. When you look at the plant, when you type in the device, when you type the plant type of the device that you want to put your sensor in, the plant wiki will come up and says, this is cilantro. You can't overwater it, not even once, because you'll kill the plant. So you get all these great warnings inside the app, which will help you help improve your chance of...
So I don't have to call the County Cooperative Extension Service or anything like that to find this out. There goes my government program I'm talking about. They're out of business now because of your app. But you also have another product. You know, by the way, your Kickstarter campaign only has a week or two left, so people, if they're interested, it's read this to you now. And what's neat about, I think, your Kickstarter page is the video. I mean, to go on and just see the video and the clever cartoons you have. For an engineer, you did real good. So.
Well, thank you. I had some help with the video.
But you have another product for people to keep their lawns watered, and that's what got you in this business, wasn't it?
It is. So our product. So this is the Daisy. This is Echo, and Echo is a sensor for your lawn. And although we don't have a Kickstarter on Echo today, we may bring one on later on in the year. But so Echo is a device you put in your lawn, and you put in one per zone, and it measures the soil moisture in your lawn, and it connects up to your existing sprinkler system. Our goal is to half your water consumption. So if you're paying the rates that we pay here for water in San Diego, then you'll save $100 about every quarter.
Wow. Well, that's going to more than pay for that. And that's available on digitalspring.net or digitalspringnet.com. And then only the Daisy is on Kickstarter, but through digitalspringnet.com, you could get to the Kickstarter program or find out about all the programs. And that's available. And it's wonderful. It's nice that you got out of, what were you doing? Like telecommunications or something like that? And you get out and start worrying about your lawn, and now you'd use your smarts and intelligence for us to live greener and cheaper and save water. That's the next oil, I think, is water.
You know, water is a finite resource. Most of the water has salt in it, and it's very difficult for us to use. But fresh water is, here in the southwestern United States, we're in a drought right now. And the different states, they kind of fight over water, and even intrastate, within California there are people fighting for water. The Central Valley, the Central Valley. If you look at the Central Valley, it's barren there right now.
Yeah, no, and that's why to me what you're doing too is a step towards solving that problem, which seems even more important. But the other one sounds more fun with Daisy. Well, thank you so much, James. Wonderful to have you, and thanks for being there and focusing your resources, trying to help the rest of us. And you go to digitalspringnet.com. That will take you to Kickstarter or anything else you want to know about saving green plants or saving your lawn or anything to do with that. Thank you again, Jim.
Thank you, Matthew. It was good talking with you.